So, you know how every year we say, okay, Apple can't surprise us anymore, and then they go and drop something that makes us double take? Well, that's happening again because the iPhone 18 Pro and 18 Pro Max have already leaked. Not specs, not renders, but colors. Yeah, colors. We're months away from launch and we already know what shades Apple might be cooking up. Now, this leak comes from a reliable Weibo source called Instant Digital. And here's what they're claiming. We're getting a new purple, a coffee brown, and a deep burgundy red. No blues, no silvers, and surprisingly, no classic black or white options either. That's weird, right? I mean, for years, Apple's Pro iPhones have always had a safe Pro color. But this time, it looks like Apple's ditching the safe choices completely and going full personality mode. But what's interesting is how early we're hearing this. Normally, color leaks drop just a couple of months before the iPhones hit the factory floor, so this might mean one of two things. Either Apple's already finalized these colors early, or they're experimenting with prototypes and we're catching it mid-process. Either way, that purple is definitely going to get attention. And that burgundy? It might be the color of the year if it looks anything like the deep red tones Apple's used before. Now, speaking of design, there's another twist. Apple might finally make the iPhone's back glass slightly transparent. Yep, remember those old-school iMacs from the late 90s you could see through? We might be getting a subtle version of that. Imagine your MagSafe coil and charging magnets faintly visible beneath a tinted purple or burgundy finish. Not fully transparent, but enough to give off that see-through tech vibe. It's nostalgic and futuristic all at once. And honestly, it's about time Apple brought something bold back to iPhone design. Next up, Dynamic Island. Apparently it's getting smaller. No, we're not talking under-display Face ID just yet, but Apple's reportedly shrinking the cutout by about a third. And considering we've had the same design since the iPhone 14 Pro, this small change will actually make the phone look noticeably more modern, especially when you compare it side by side. Now, this next leak, I'm genuinely excited for its satellite 5G connectivity. Apple is said to be in talks with companies like Starlink to bring satellite internet to the iPhone 18 Pro. Imagine hiking in the middle of nowhere, 0 bars, and still being able to send messages or even hop online because your phone connects directly to satellites. That's not science fiction. It's coming. Though, yeah, you'll probably need to pay extra for it. Moving on, the camera. We're hearing Apple's testing a variable aperture lens for the main camera. That means, just like a DSLR, the camera can physically adjust how much light it lets in, automatically widening at night for better low-light shots and tightening during bright scenes to prevent overexposure. Combine that with Apple's rumored partnership with Samsung for better image noise reduction, and we might be looking at the biggest leap in iPhone photo quality since the 14 Pro. And of course, it wouldn't be an iPhone without a new chip. This time, the A20 Pro, built on a 2-nanometer process. Smaller transistors mean more power efficiency and more performance. Basically, the phone will run faster and cooler while lasting longer. And with the vapor chamber cooling Apple introduced last year, that extra heat from the 2-nanometer design should stay in check. But that's not all. Apple's also reportedly bringing in their own next-gen C2X wireless chip, replacing Qualcomm's. This chip should improve signal strength, reduce battery drain during data-heavy tasks, and make the overall experience smoother. So between the A20 Pro and this new communication chip, the iPhone 18 Pro might finally deliver both insane performance and genuinely better battery life. So yeah, new colors, transparent design, smaller dynamic island, satellite 5G, a DSLR-style camera, a 2-nanometer chip, and smarter connectivity. That's a lot. Apple's next Pro iPhones might just be the most non-Apple iPhones they've made in years. How bold, colorful, and full of firsts. And honestly, I'm here for it. But now, I want to hear from you. If Apple really does ditch black and white for purple, coffee, and burgundy, are you on board with that move, or is that a deal breaker? Drop your take in the comments. I read them all. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.